My job is to turn over the mic, which is killing me, to this guy. He's the only man on the planet I do not like to go traveling with. I like to go traveling with Mark, right? Because when you travel with Mark, it's easy. There's nothing to do. He's not noticed. Nobody likes him. He just kind of just sits there.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I have someone there to take the pictures when I need them taken with the reps. Boy, I don't know what has gotten into this group. We're getting soft, we're getting kind, we're getting thoughtful. This is everything I don't stand for. Remember, when somebody screws up, the rest of us feel better about ourselves. Well, when I go traveling with Riley, honestly, nobody notices me. They push me to the side, they shove me away, and every single female from about age 70 to 10 goes like this. Even if I stand in front. I want to tell you, I've known Riley a long time. When I first met him, he could not understand where I came from for the life of me. Believe it or not, he's a very generous person, and he also happens to be very emotional. But that emotion is actually pretty subdued. You wouldn't know it. But he actually happens to have a lot of compassion for people. But he never went out. He never went out and met the people when we were all in USANA. So everywhere he went, he was always behind the scenes. And he decided when he was going to come to ARIIX, he wanted to get on stage, he wanted to speak, and he wanted to meet people. He's a finance guy, so he's always tight. I would come home and say, oh, I bought this group dinner. Oh, I had to do this for this person. Oh, we gave this away. Oh, this is what happened, and we decided to be nice to this person. He'd always go crazy. Like, or seriously, I didn't see this in your budget, Cooper. Now that he's out and about, he's worse than all of us. Oh, I had to do this for this group. They're so nice. We need to do something for him. And he now has really gotten good on stage. So I want to celebrate him as well for his success in his ability to overcome his fears of being up on stage and being able to speak. So if it makes you nervous, here's living proof that you can change and become very effective on stage. So please welcome to the stage a good friend of mine and your COO, Riley Timmer.
The show I made up with these gloves, but you know, instead I know there's some ladies out there that really want some free gloves. Alright, this is gonna be really hard to part with, okay? You're not gonna believe this, but I actually slept with these things last night. I know, it seems a little crazy, but I did. I know Fred said that, you know, I got some skills. Right there. I like you. I owe her, I just spilled her water, I kicked it over. months, and gosh, it's a real pleasure. You know, I truly do love what I do. And when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. Right? It's just what you do. And that's why when people ask me, you know, gosh, don't you hate working all those long hours? Don't you do this? No, I don't. It's not a job to me. I love it. I truly do. And you know what I love even more? Do you realize we have people from 11 different markets that are in this building today? Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. Right? Yes, it's our regional convention, but doesn't it feel more like this world family reunion to you? Right? Where we all get to come together. You know, we have so much diversity here. And I love that. I love that about ARIIX. But now we've had people that have traveled in from all over the world. But you know what? This is our chance to recognize these people because they've traveled in. So I want you to give it up as we introduce the people from the countries from around the world, all right? Starting with our good friends from Europe, Portugal and the Netherlands. Let's hear it! Besides those people that live in the U.S., guess where the largest team of people traveled from for this event? Japan! Fastest growing market in all of ARIIX. Next, welcome all of you beautiful people from the U.S. Australia! I think we only have like 1 or 2 Australians here. That's a long way to come, right? Next, Singapore! Where are you? There! I knew he was here! Next, Taiwan! Next, our friends from China! You know, I have to tell you, China is our largest market right now, but I can tell you, these are some of the most incredible, passionate leaders that I have ever met. They truly are. They have a passion for helping other people, they have a passion for building, and they are true entrepreneurs, which is why they are so successful. So thank you for traveling so far to be here. We appreciate your leadership. Now, I also want to recognize a couple people here. We have many of our employees from Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, that have traveled here to be with us. So please, if you're an employee, please stand up so everyone can recognize you for all the work that you do in these other markets. Thank you so much. Now, as I said, China is our largest market. And we have an incredible person that is trying to manage the operation there. This is a lady that I've known for about 10 years. Worked with her before. She was at ARIIX from day one. When we left USANA, she said, you know what? I'm with you guys. I can't take this anymore. Okay? I want to help you change the industry. Because I see the bigger picture. I want to change how companies treat their reps. And she saw the problems with the industry too. And so this is a very impressive lady who cares about people, very intelligent. She grew up and lived in Hong Kong pretty much all of her life, speaks very fluent English, and had a chance to manage our China operation, our Hong Kong operation, and our Taiwan operation, which is not an easy task. So please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the General Manager of Greater China, Ms. Anita Shen.
Great. 你好. 大家好. So in Chinese it means how are you? How's everyone? So on behalf of our family from China, from Great China, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you for having us here in Vegas. To most of us, it's the first time in Vegas, so we're actually very excited, especially for some of our elite winners. So thank you so much for having us here. So I'm a little bit nervous. I was told I only have 5 minutes to present China. So before I give you updates of what's happening in China, I want to share with you something, an activity that happened in Hong Kong a week before we came to Vegas. It's actually a charity event. It's initiated by one of our reps called Brian. He's a very famous personal trainer in Hong Kong. And then it's actually organized by Distilled Water Company in Hong Kong, and as ARIIX, we sponsored the supplements, especially like Rejuvenix and also Slendrix. So look at this picture. I hope you see a lot of people at an activity. You see bicycles and things, and then it's actually the mission of this event is for Brian to break a Guinness Book record by pedaling a bicycle and to generate the most electricity within 24 hours. And so it's actually not for the first time he's breaking a Guinness Book record. Last year he hit the most number of golf balls again within 24 hours. So I'm sure he's going to break another record next year. So you see, so there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of interesting things going on. We've got our reps and our employees taking part in this event. So at the end we made it, and then together we broke the Guinness Book record by generating this amount of electricity. And I don't know what it means. I really don't know what it means, but I can tell you, people tell me that the last record was made in 2008, and this year, as actually this new record is twice the amount of electricity that the last Guinness Book record that they made back in 2008. And so I was looking at this, and I look at this event, and this is exactly what ARIIX Great China is all about. It's all about teamwork, it's all about persistence, it's all about hard work, it's all about setting your goals, it's all about pursuing your dreams, as much as, and also having a generous heart, because it's also a charity event, so as much as breaking world records. So in China, actually in Great China, we're actually breaking a lot of records. And in the last 3 years, we've seen more than 50% growth in sales year on year in Great China. That's really incredible. And Fred has also said that, China, the Greater China region is actually the biggest ARIIX market region right now. And look at China. In addition to Taiwan and Hong Kong, There are 63 actually provinces and regions in China, and ARIIX has actually covered 58 provinces out of 63 regions and provinces in China. And so I think it's going to be very busy for our Field Development Executive Director, Ian Chandler, and I'll also invite you to join him in covering cities that ARIIX hasn't yet covered in China, in the Greater China region. So welcome to China. Okay, so think of this, we've covered so many provinces. So every day, every hour, every week, every quarter, we're having meetings, small and big meetings. So China is also credited with holding the most number of meetings on a consistent basis. I guess over the ARIIX markets. And this is the reason why we are able to produce a great number of exceptional leaders. Especially, I need to mention that China produced the first level 4 chairpersons within ARIIX this year. So congratulations. And some of these exceptional leaders are within us, and you'll be able to pick up with later. And so the fact is that we're still growing and growing. So a lot of people actually asked me, Anita, what's happening in China? Why does China, our Greater China region, why does it keep, growing and growing? And I've been thinking about it, and I want to share with you, some of my observations, some of my learnings. And first of all, I guess, projects are very important. It's all about projects within China. And of course, we know about the macroeconomic situation in China. Even the government is realizing the importance of preventive healthcare. So the advice to you is that if you want to come and build in China, it's important that your projects, and you pick a company that sells exceptional projects like ARIIX. And this is also the reason, and we are supporting the government, the local government, in a lot of their organizations, and also we're doing a lot of PR and media activities. For example, last year we have Dr. Strang coming to China to speak to the media, and also to speak to the medical experts. And also we made a lot of efforts to organize a lot of project trainings for our reps. And here in Taiwan, you see that we have a series of trainings. This picture shows the number of project ambassadors we trained in one session. And we want to train them to be professional consultants. This is our Project Ambassadors program. And here you see a lot of the important successful leaders here. They are all with us here today. They're all from the Greater China region. And they're able to actually build their business successfully on a system, a very comprehensive system, and also a very organized organization, and what we call in Chinese called 系统, and literally means system, from culture to attitude to training to very powerful duplication. So it's all very organized, it's all very unique. And so one tip is that if you want to come to China, you need to have your know-how. Ask yourself, what do you have this 系统, this know-how to build a successful team? And all these leaders have it to achieve it all. And of course, what impressed me most is that, about servant leadership. And it's all about practicing and believing in servant leadership, because we all believe that, the reps and the team, they are most important. So all our leaders here are servant leadership. And also, success is nothing if we don't have a generous heart. Here's one example in Taiwan, and I was sponsoring an event for the underprivileged children, and Diane and Mark were with us earlier this year. So it's important that we also, based on our success, we share success with a lot more people.
Right. Yeah.
And what I can tell you is that ARIIX has turned 3 years old, and 2014 is going to be a very exciting year for us. And we're hosting the first ever World Reunion in Hong Kong this October. And also our China expansion is gathering greater pace. So we are going to see a lot more happening in China. So Our team in China is that we all know, ARIIX is an international family, so we welcome you to come to China. My team in China, in Greater China, is ready to help all of you to become successful in China. So I'm sure that if you come to visit us in Asia, you'll find a lot of opportunities, and also you see a lot of fun. You'll enjoy a lot of good time with us, just like these executives. So I want to end this presentation by inviting you all to come to Asia. I hope to see you soon, especially this October. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. You know, over the last few years, we've spent a lot of time really trying to make improvements. You know, Fred talked about some of the awards and accomplishments, but what we've really tried to do is really become stronger and better for your business, because we know we haven't been the most perfect of companies at times. Right? Maybe on the surface you think, oh, it's okay, but you pull back the covers a little bit and you're like, gosh, why is this that way? Why is the website suck? Why is that picture there? Why doesn't my back office work? How come I can't see my volume? Right? All the frustrations that you deal with every day. But I want you to know, we have done some things, and we're going to do much better, and we're nowhere near where we want to be. Nowhere near. We are just getting started. We will not accept anything less than perfection. Okay? Nothing less than perfection, and we're working on it. We are putting all of our resources, which Jeff will talk about, back into ARIIX to make your business stronger. That's our goal, is to create perfection for your business. And we will continue to work on that tirelessly to make sure you can be proud of what you represent. Okay? Sound good? Yeah. All right, now, for those of you that don't know, we've also been working on a couple of new markets. Okay? Now, this one's interesting because we don't have any experience with these two markets. Everywhere else, all the other markets that we've opened, we've had some experience. We've been through China, we've been to Hong Kong, we've been to Taiwan, so we know this. These two markets, we didn't know much about. And they came to us through a leader who came to us and said, listen, you have to give this a look. He said, no, we have too many things going on. We can't do another market, especially not too much going on. He said, okay, so we listened, and then we listened. And then Fred took a trip over there to Russia, and he met the people. And he was absolutely blown away by the sincerity of the people. And so we decided that, all right, let's give this a shot. But how did this ultimately come about? It was someone who knew someone, which is how international expansion happens, especially for your business. It's not that you can't have an international business. It only takes one person, and for you to know someone who knows someone, and all of a sudden, guess what happens? You're now in China. You're learning Chinese, right? You're supporting a downline in a market you never thought you would be in, okay? But one other thing that I think is interesting is how we often, on the surface, stereotype different cultures or countries at times. Have you ever found yourself stereotyping a certain culture or country? I know I'm guilty of that at times, and where do I pick up on those stupid things? Media. Right? Horrible. Internet. Talk about a horrible place to create a stereotype, but it happens. Let me illustrate what I'm talking about.
No, thank you. I'm here for something else.
Bread.
Something hot.
We have rolls that just came out.
Even hotter. Much hotter. I already have boyfriend. I could make exception, no, but that's okay. Flower sacks in back, very comfortable. I don't think we are on the same page. I am here because Ladislas Kristic sent me.
Oh, take number.
But I'm the only one here.
Oh. Okay, if you haven't seen the movie Get Smart, you gotta see it. It's hysterical. I didn't do that. I didn't press that button. Okay, so what you saw there was a great illustration of a stereotype. You know, that beautiful lady there, you know, in the headdress that's operating the front desk. In Russia, she would be called a babushka. Okay? And a babushka is an older woman. Generally, they're poor, you know, don't have a lot of money. And people think they're these old ladies with canes that just are very bitter and they beat up little kids. Well, my experience is totally opposite. They're absolutely not that way. But our thought process and stereotype is for us to think that they are. Right? And my visits to Russia have proven just the opposite. They're actually very sweet ladies. Very given, often very poor, but they will do anything for you. And if you want to make one of these ladies happy, smile at them. And accept the gift that they're trying to give you. Even if it's a can of worms they expect you to eat. We won't talk about that story. Another stereotype. Russia, it's cold all the time. It's Siberia, right? Okay, if you've been to Russia in the winter, it's cold. But no, they don't take baths in ice water all year round. Okay? They actually, it's a very beautiful place. Even in Siberia during the summer. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Summers are warm. Okay, quick story. My first airplane ride inter-country. I was flying to a city called Ijevsk. They didn't bother having air conditioning on the airplane. It was so hot and humid, it was miserable. Not to mention that it was like a 1942 730 something, where you had to squeeze through a little hobbit door to get on the airplane. That's one of those where you just don't expect to land on your wheels. But we made it, okay? But it's a wonderful place, beautiful country to be in. Here's another stereotype. Russians are always very angry. I have stone face. Okay, again, culturally, you walk down the street, you walk past somebody and smile, they don't smile back. But it's not because they don't like you. They reserve smiles and laughter for things that are actually funny. Not to exchange niceties. But if you don't know the culture, you don't know that. So I would often walk down the street, you know, give a little head nod, hey, and they just right past you. But once you get to know them, they open up, they're very fun, super hospitable, very giving, and they love to dress up like this. This is legit. This was a legit guy. He spent I don't know how many days creating a costume out of moa. And he could dance like, where's Casey, the break dancer? You got competition, buddy. You got competition. But I illustrate and use my point for Russia. Well, my point is, we often create stereotypes, right? For you to be able to create an international business, set aside the stereotypes, have persistence, and have a willingness to learn about a different culture. And I promise you, it will turn in you having an international business so you can create a deeper organization, broaden your horizons, broaden your knowledge base, and become a stronger and better person at the same time. Thank you, everybody.